Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Leia, and I wanted to start documenting my progress and just my journey with TAPIF. I am an American, and I am planning to move to France, and I want to live there long term. I mean, we'll see. I don't know if I'll actually really like living in France, but this is the goals that I'm having. So I want to start off with just documenting first my first time really living abroad. Like, I never really even traveled outside of the United States except for when I went to the Dominican Republic when I was like 17 for a mission trip. But yeah, I don't really travel that much outside of the country, so this is like a big thing for me. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and document it, and just for the sake of my own personal growth and just self-reflection and introspection or whatever. But yeah, so I'm 23 years old. I just graduated from SFA in December 2019. I got a BS in psychology and a minor in French. So French, what is that? French. So I do speak a little French. I'm not fluent by no means, but I'm comfortable enough to express myself, mistakes and all. But like, I'm definitely not fluent, and I don't think I'm a natural speaker. I don't think the way I speak is quite natural, just because I haven't been immersed in the culture yet. So I'm really excited. I'm just so excited to improve my French and just live in France. And I know it's like right now it's all like, you know, rainbows and unicorns, because you know it's like, oh my gosh, France, oh la la, it's so chic, oh my gosh. But so how I'm getting to France, I am gonna be a English teacher assistant in France, and the program is called TAPIF, but it's under the French Ministry of Education, just assistance du langue. Like, there's many different language assistants in France. You have Spanish language assistants, German language assistants, Portuguese, all these language assistants that come to France every year, and they work in schools. And you can work in, you know, elementary, middle school, and then up to high school. And so I'll be working in elementary because that's the level I chose. You know, I got lucky because, you know, with choosing the city that you would like to be placed in, and then the city, and the level of students you want to teach, you obviously have the option to put like your preference, but there's no guarantee that you'll get it. And so yeah, I mean, like I said, I got really lucky. I got the level I wanted. I didn't get any of the cities that I wanted to be in, but to be honest, which I didn't know about TAPIF, is that like, even though you get accepted to like, oh, the Académie du Lyon, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be living in Lyon proper. So I mean, sometimes it does, but more than likely it doesn't. It means that you'll probably be living on the outskirts, like another city somewhere close that's like maybe an hour or two, maybe even 3 hours. So, but yeah, so that's how I'll be getting to France. And the program is only 7 months. I'm supposed to be starting October the 1st, but you know, with the whole pandemic, I don't really know when I'm going to be starting. I'm hoping October the 1st, but I don't even really know at this point, which is why I was going to make this video, because I just want to talk about like the whole thing with the pandemic and TAPIF, because it was interesting, and it's still very interesting. So this is honestly a lighthearted video. I don't, you know, I like to make light of things that happen, you know, the good and the bad, you know. I don't like to dwell too much on the negative, so we're gonna keep on going. But so before the pandemic, I applied in January, and I'm like, oh, all right, I can do it. Like, let's do this. I'm super excited. I'm ready to go. And you know, normally in a TAPIF year, April is around the time you get your acceptance letter. So I'm like waiting on April. I'm like, okay. Now April rolls around, and I kind of have this intuition because we were just in the, like, around that time the pandemic was like a full-on pandemic. Like nobody was leaving their houses, not even just, yeah, nobody. And so I had an intuition. I was like, I don't think we're gonna hear back in April. And I was right, because last week of April they were like, hey, we're gonna have your letters next month. So I was like, okay, that makes sense, you know. And so May rolls around, and then like the last week of May they were like, hey, listen, you're gonna have your letters in June. And then at that point I was like, oh my gosh, like this is just crazy. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep on going. I mean, I had no other choice but to wait. So I'm stuck in the house. What exactly can I do at this point? So June rolls around, and around June 22nd/23rd, American Assistant started to hear back like their acceptance, and they're like, oh, I got accepted to this academy and this here and blah blah blah. And you know, I was following the Reddit group, so I was like constantly like looking and looking and looking. And so I'm looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, checking my email like a crazy lady. So I finally get my email like probably like 5 in the evening, 5 p.m. And I was waitlisted, and I don't know why I was so devastated, but I think at that point I was doubting myself a lot, because actually someone on the Reddit group made a spreadsheet, which is really awesome. So if you're planning on to like apply for TAPIF, I would go ahead and take a look at it. I would link the little Reddit link below so you can look at it. But someone put like the little, you know, Excel spreadsheet, and so like if you got accepted, I mean, even if you didn't get accepted, but if you got accepted, they put like all their criteria, like their GPA, their experience in French, and everything like that. And like when I saw their GPAs and their experiences and their abroad experiences, I was just like, here I am, my little bitty old barely 3.0 GPA, had like my little almost 3 years of French. I never been out the country except for once. Like, I just felt very inadequate about her, to be honest. And so I didn't know. But if you're waitlisted, more than likely you're going to get accepted. So don't see it as a, you know, just, yeah, more than likely you're going to get, you know, accepted. You know, not everyone gets accepted, obviously, but more than likely you will. And so like 4 days later I was accepted, and I was so excited. I was like, yes, like I finally, and it just felt like a dream come true, just because I've been, you know, praying and asking God, like, God, you know, I feel like you've been putting this on my heart, like, and so for it to actually happen, it just felt like a huge blessing. And I just felt like God was just really leading me in a way I thought, you know, because you know, as a Christian, like you hear, you pray and you feel like God leading you to something, but you never really know until it happens or it doesn't happen. And so to me, this was like God confirmation that, you know, yeah, Liv, I'm leading you this way. I'm like, we going this way? Okay, let's go this way then. Like, yeah, I want to go to France. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So yeah, after that, I was like, okay. So after that, I went back to work, and so like I wasn't really too worried about it. Like I just accepted the position, and then I was just like, okay. But then we had a big problem for American Assistants, because we couldn't even apply for visas, even if we had our work contract or arrêté de nomination. We couldn't apply for a visa because of the cases that, you know, grew exponentially here in the United States. And so obviously France had a travel ban. They're like, y'all ain't coming here, visa or not. Y'all are stay where y'all at, cause we don't want you. That's basically what France said. We're in Europe. They were like, we don't want none of them. Y'all don't want to social distance. Y'all don't want to wear y'all mask. Stay there. So that whole, like, you know, I was just so mad. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like Lord forgive me, but I was just like, man, sometimes I hate this country because the people was acting stupid. Like, they was literally acting like they had no sense, and they still acting like that. Like, y'all really can't just. But that's not what this video is about. But so we couldn't even, you know, apply for a visa because, you know, the COVID cases. And so that was like the biggest part, because without that exemption, there, I mean, with Achet or not, like, it's basically, at that time, it was basically useless, because we couldn't even apply for a visa. And so today is September 2nd, I think, and we just received the exemption, I think, like a week and a half ago. Yeah, so it's pretty late. And so American citizens couldn't even apply for visas until a week and a half ago, and it's already September. So yeah, more than likely most of us are going to be a little late to the program, just because, you know, in, like, I just received my arrêt de nomination on Monday, and I can't even schedule a visa appointment just because all the time slots are taken up. Like, there's no available times I could, you know, make it a visa appointment, which is a little concerning, just because, like, for my job, I can't, like, just, I kind of have to know ahead of time if I need to take off. And, like, it's one of those things where I just don't really know, like, when I will be able to take off and when I will be able to, like, yeah, so I'll figure it out. But so far, I'm waiting for a time slot so I can schedule my visa appointment. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I forgot to say this, but I was placed in the Académie du Nord. Again, I wasn't placed in a proper Nantes, but that's the academy that I'll be under. But I'm like 3 hours away from Nantes, so. But anyway, I'm also contemplating / debating if I should make videos in French as well, just because, I don't know, I just feel like, you know, I don't know. So honestly, I could close this video out in French, but I feel like it'd just be too awkward because I just been speaking English the whole time. So, but that's about it, y'all. I will definitely keep y'all posted as far as, like, visa and my visa appointment. I want to try to vlog it. I'm in my mom's closet just because it's the only quiet place in this house. I'm not even kidding with y'all. So, but yeah, that's about it. So that, I hope y'all will enjoy my documentation and everything, and just enjoy this journey with me, because I'm excited. I'm very, 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 very excited. So, but yeah, that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. À la prochaine.